The other day on one of my videos I had mentioned that I'd made a zero clearance insert for this table saw, and that it's kind of a tricky process because these little plastic ones are relatively thin and stuff. This isn't like a big cabinet saw where you've got a 1/2 inch thick throat plate. So I made a 1/2 inch thick throat plate, but I had to route down these edges just the right way and put these tabs on the back, and a little more complicated than just cutting out a piece and sticking it in there and run the blade up through it. So now I want to make another one to run a 1/4 inch dado set on here. To do that, I'm actually going to have to take off the riving knife because the dado set's only 8 inch and this is made for 10 inch blades. So I can't lower this enough to clear the 8 inch blades. So that's got to come off when I'm using this particular one. So I'm going to make that one and then put the dado blades on and raise it up through to cut the slot. But first, let's show you how I get all this set up to fit this thing. Alright, here we go. Okay, so last time I did this, I used the plastic one here, and then measured the thickness of it out here, and it's 0.152, but that gives me the setting down here so I can tighten this up. And then what I did was set this guy up here and hang that off, and then set the bit to the bottom of it. And that gave me my thickness for the edges. But this time, since I've already got this one, I can just set the bit to the height for it. And this is only 3/1000ths of an inch thicker than this. So I can sand that much off of the top to get it to set the right way in the saw. So that's going to be a little bit easier on me this time. It took a couple tries last time, but I got it. So let me get this all set up here. Nope, wrong way. There we are. And then for how far I need to go in, I only need a 1/4 inch on the sides, a 1/2 inch on the back, and 1/4 inch on the front. There is one place on the front that, due to a imperfection in the saw, it has to be hogged out like this. There's like a little, I don't know what they call it, casting seam that shows up right here, and so you got it the same thickness across here, it hits that thing and sticks up. So I did that and it solved that problem. Dogs are having a blast today. So I'm going to go all the way around to 1/4 inch, and then I'll set it to 1/2 inch and cut the back. Oh, I need to get vacuum hooked up. Hang on. we go. Okay, so I took the blade and the riving knife off. And now we're going to see if this thing will fit down in here like it should. It's really, really close. It sticks up just a tiny bit on the front. Like I said, I'll just sand it on the belt sander, and I'll take care of that, and I just got it stuck. We also got to drill that hole so you can get this thing out. There we go. Let's go drill the hole for that real quick. I don't do that again. Alright, the last thing we need to do is put on the two tabs that slide back into these little slots which go under here. So I've got a piece of walnut that's like 3/32 thick that I cut on the bandsaw. It's smooth on one side, but it's got the bandsaw marks on the other. So I'll put the bandsaw marks, well, down, be up when it's like this. So when I flip it over, I got that smooth side up, so when they slide into there, they don't hurt anything. They don't catch. And I'm going to cut those like this because cutting them on a miter saw is a little overkill. And we'll actually size them to length on here with the sander, but so we're just going to take some super glue. Put a bit there, hit the piece with the accelerator, and stick it on there where it goes. Same thing for the other side. Oop. A little bit off. There we go. Little extra shot of accelerator. And I don't think we're going to have to adjust the length on those. Voila, we're all there. Now I can put my dado blades on and raise it up through this, and I have a zero clearance insert for my 1/4 inch dado set. It's a 3/4 inch set, but a 3/4 inch set won't fit on this thing. Let me show you something. That is all the more of an arbor this thing has. This washer gets flipped this way for blades with a 1 inch arbor, and then you flip it over and you can do 5/8 arbor, but there's only 3/8 of an inch of arbor sticking out there. So putting a 3/4 inch dado stack on there, not going to happen, which is why I'm rigging this up for the 1/4 inch stack. Alright. So, and then I've got shims go on there that get it out to the exact 1/4 inch that I'm looking for. I have a project that actually requires 1/4 inch dados, so you'll be seeing that soon on the channel, I hope. It's a pretty cool project. Alright. And here comes the hard part. Not much room left at this height. And I gotta hold that washer up on there because there's not enough for it to stay on its own. It does make it onto the end of the shaft, but not enough to stay on its own. There we go. Okay, so I've got the dado blade on there and we're ready to punch a hole through it. So to do that, I'm going to use a fence to hold the plate on and let that blade come up through as I crank it up with the saw on. Here we go. Good. I don't actually need much higher than what I just did, so I'm going to leave it at that clearance. Turn the dust collector off so you can hear me. It left a little strip in the middle, but that's not going to hurt anything. Alright folks, there you go. Pops right out. But holds in there well enough it isn't going to fly out while I'm using it. Trying to get that piece out of the middle. There we go. Alright, soon you'll get to see this thing in use. Thanks for watching. See you next time.